Hello, future biologist. My name is Vincent, and I'm an undergraduate currently pursuing my biological science major in the University at Buffalo. Today, I'm going to show an interesting topic relevant more or less to your study field. And the topic is why plant-based meat is becoming a future. To be a biologist, it is really important for you to be involved in one of the studies that examines the various aspects of food production and consumption, followed with an emphasis on improving health outcomes among diverse populations. Plant-based food is one interesting and career field related topic to discuss. It should also be a fresh start for you to get familiar with your future studies. For the rest of the people who are concerned about their health status, it is also important for them to know one kind of better source to digest in the future. Talking about meats, the first nutrient we come up within our head would be protein as one of our most essential daily consumption goals to achieve. In order to achieve the same goal as well, plant-based meat comprise a great amount of soybean, which is a substituted protein source for imitation meat because of its uniquely rich and mellow taste and much higher protein content than the other plant. Not only that, soil is rich in fiber and is also a good source of several essential minerals, which include but not exclude magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, and iron. Now, there are two forms of iron, non-heme iron and heme iron. Heme iron is the type of iron that comes from animal proteins in our diet, while non-heme iron can be found in soil. And they are the same, which makes sense since plant-based eaters can still meet their daily iron needs by eating plenty of non-heme rich plant foods. Having a substitute food source is not good enough to fulfill the purpose of plant-based meat consumption. You have to make it taste real and look real. Soybeans contain black hemoglobin protein, which can be found in nodules on their roots, and heme from hemoglobin can give your blood the ability to carry oxygen throughout your body. In 2018, the Impossible Food team had found a way to transfer the soybean gene that encodes the heme protein to yeast. To do that, they grow yeast via fermentation and then isolate the soil-like hemoglobin from the yeast, eventually add it to the soybean to create a meaty flavor. Other than the taste and look, nutritionists are rather paying more attention to the actual nutritional value. Nowadays, plant-based meat on the market has almost the same net nutritional value as regular meat. Not only that, plant-based meat also get rid of cholesterol, which is harmful to the human body. From the table provided by Tanya Choi, who is a registered dietitian, we can tell that Beyond Meat, one of the plant-based meat blend, has no cholesterol because plant did not contain such element at all, while the regular beef will have 55 micrograms of cholesterol in a serving size of 113 grams of beef. With high cholesterol, you can develop fatty deposits in your blood vessels. Eventually, the fatty deposits making it difficult for enough blood to flow through your arteries. Not just humans. Having plant-based food will also further benefit the world in general. The massive production of plant-based meat means that there will be less demand for livestock meat in the market, which directly reduce meat production and greatly reduce the adverse effect of animals on the environment. One of the well-known benefits of reducing meat production is the decrease in gas emission on the earth, which leads to continuous warming of the earth. Let's take a look at the data here from FAO, which is known as the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United States. you can see that the total emission from global livestock are 7.1 gigatons of carbon dioxide per year, which is 14.5% of all greenhouse gas emissions. That's a lot. If this phenomenon is not getting stopped, the Earth's ecology will be disrupted due to the continuous rise in temperature. Therefore, we really need a sustainable food system to facilitate the global population to eat more plant-based food and less animal-based food. Frank Brian Hu, a research specialist from my university who studied about how plant-based food changed the world. He supported the idea that the reduced demand for animal meat will also reduce the area of land that needs to be used to raise animals, which can also, according to him, be used to solve the different agriculture problems that every other country faces. In this article, Dr. Hu and his team mentioned the 2018 Beef LCA report studied by Martin C. Heller, a senior research specialist from University of Michigan, who states that the Beyond Burger generates 90% less greenhouse gas emission and 93% less impact on land use than raw beef. Also take a look at this table. We can tell that the water use is also reduced by 217.3 liters for the same serving size amount of the beef. Here's a list of another resource if you are interested in more about plant-based meat. And if you are furthermore interested, I also have my own research blog on Medium. Also, we have that in my description.